There are a couple things here. Los Panchos Taco Shop, which is obviously an ex-Wiener Schnitzel. Stopped being a Wiener Schnitzel sometime before I remember ever coming up here, so sometime before 1988. It's actually Senor Pancho Fresh Mexican Grill, because Fresh Mexican makes it so it's healthier, I guess. I know it makes it so people who are health conscious are like, oh, it must be healthy, and then they go get rolled tacos, and no. Alright, over that way is Spaz Boy Coffee Shop, Ramones vs. Godzilla stuff. Right there, Trujillo's was a square pan pizza, and I remember being there. I don't remember how old I was. I was with a bunch of people, so I'm guessing junior high. 'Cause it felt like me and classmates went somewhere, so maybe I was still going to St. Trees, and we ended up there, and I started putting straws together to make them longer, sticking them together, and I got somewhere between 7 and 12, and somewhere up there it stops working. But the most important, Ramones versus Godzilla at that particular gas station. So we parked Denty about right there, and we were Ramones versus Godzilla, and we're like, oh, we don't have any power. I don't know where power is. But it was under construction. It was like, it wasn't new. They were redoing it. And I was like, I bet there's power behind it. So I went behind it and plugged in our extension cord, and it worked. So we were Ramones versus Godzilla. And then the school cop, the SDSU cop that hates Brandon, shows up. And he's yelling at us. He's yelled at us before over by the dorms, I think, was one place he yelled at us. He's yelling at us. He's like, you guys gotta take your stuff and leave. So I'm like, what do we do? I'm like, okay. I went around the back and I unplugged everything. And I come back and he's like, you guys better not have been plugged into the gas station power. And I'm like, okay. And that was the end of that. It's not the end of stories with that cop, though. Like I said, I think there's one over by the dorms, and I forget, so I didn't put that in the dorm video. But there's another one with Brandon. It's actually Brandon's story. I don't know if I'm going to tell it. I might allude to it, but it was hilarious.